Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Henry, and we are here live. Today, we are talking about the rain, talking about what's coming up, and business slowing down for a lot of you guys. So we are here this week. We have my buddy Rick. His funeral is going to be in a couple of days, and
We'll send you the link to his GoFundMe page.
we do have a GoFundMe page, just to let you know, and I will put that in the chat in case any of you guys want to donate. And for those of you who donated already through Instagram, we really appreciate your donations. We did have a few people from Australia and the other parts of the world that let us know that they donated to his cause. So thank you very much. And anybody who has anything that they want to ask us, feel free to go ahead and put it in the chat. We do see Romeo Barillo out there. Thank you, Romeo, for joining our YouTube channel. And we have new people coming in all the time from all over the world. So we really love new faces and new people coming in. And thank you very much.
Our friend, explain what your friend does.
My friend.
Romeo.
Go ahead. You can go ahead and explain that.
What he does.
I mean, he bowls.
No, his job.
I don't know exactly what he does. I mean, it's not something that, I mean, he does a lot of wiring. That's what I do know. So, but let's talk about this week. Let's talk about what we rain coming for a lot of you guys. So just be prepared for that. Solar panel cleaning is going to slow down, and we are going to kind of just let you know what's happening, what you guys could be doing. Rain is coming, whether you guys like it or not. It is going to be a wet winter, and winter is not even here yet. And we're already starting to get rain in early November. It's going to get cold. It's going to get really wet and rainy this winter. So you have to be prepared for that. Be prepared for some of these jobs to start slowing down for you guys, and eventually you have to think of other things to do. You know, for your business, especially if you have a solar panel cleaning business, because you're either doing windows or gutter clean or something else like that to kind of get you guys by. So, how was this week, by the way? I mean, we did pretty good this week. To be honest, we did really well this week. We did some looked at some solar farms this week to pick up, and so we're putting in bids on quite a few other things that we are brand new to us. So what did you think about the solar farm that you walked on this couple days ago?
It's a headache. Just
explain when you say it's a headache.
It's a headache because this particular one wants the vegetation done first.
Yeah. There's a lot of vegetation around the solar panels that we got to clear up. And we have 10,000 solar panels to clean. And so, we're excited about, working and keeping busy. And we had a few other calls. And we just had a recent call from a nonprofit company that wants us to clean their solar panels on their, is it a hotel?
They converted a hotel to a housing development for the homeless.
Mm-hmm. And on top is a whole bunch of solar panels that need to be cleaned. and that's something that we just gave them the estimate and did that. And then we also have our regular cleaning for windows for a big corporation that we just set up. We're setting up again. Wants it done this week. Uh, and, it's funny because it's expected to rain a lot in
We
the
can't do it this week because it's gonna be raining.
right. But, there's always next week when the rain clears up, we're going to be out there working
Before Thanksgiving.
before Thanksgiving.
We want everybody to spend their time.
So, we've been in this business 4 years, and every year, um, it always is like this, where you'll get companies that will call you and they want everything done by the end of the fiscal year because they got to close their books. They got to go out there and make sure that, hey, their solar panels are clean, whether it's solar farms, whether it's rooftop, whether it's carports, whether it's all that. There's a lot of new projects coming up, and we do see that. We do see that quite a bit.
Yeah.
So we were driving around today and doing a lot of stuff today. We had solar panel cleaning this morning.
I mean, just because they want it done right away, you kind of have to work around your schedule too. So don't just think you have to get it done when they say exactly per se. You they understand, you have other things that you have to take care of. And so they're willing to work with you on that end.
Yeah. It's one of the things that, as a matter of fact, I see if I can do this. Somebody had commented on Rick. I just put out a GoFundMe link for Rick Johnson on our chat here, in case anybody would like to donate for his family to help out with burial expenses and the kids that he had, and especially to his wife Carol. So if you guys want to donate and help out, it's in the link here, and we would be really grateful if you guys at least give a little something. And if you do, just let us know what your company is when you do the GoFundMe. If you do decide to do it, just what company are you from, and I will recognize a lot of you guys on our future podcast, and we appreciate everything everybody does for us in the solar industry. Not so much just the solar industry, guys. We look at solar industry, pressure washing industry, auto detailing industry, window cleaning industry.
Cleaning.
Yeah, it's all tied in together, and we use basically almost the same equipment for a lot of things, but there is a lot of you guys that have they followed Rick and myself when we first started, watched our very first videos, and I can honestly say that Rick touched a lot of people. You know, um, he was a funny guy, and would say things that just came out of his mouth that you were like, wow, I wouldn't even have thought of that. But he had a way of speaking to people and getting to people and letting them know, um, what he meant without even telling them what he meant. He was that type of person that was really unique. And so I had the pleasure of being his friend for 28 plus years. Yeah. So
if anybody's on here, how are you preparing for the rain?
Yes,
that's coming up.
Great question, because the rain is coming.
It's coming from up north.
And you guys up in Northern California, be prepared. It's probably not going to be any different from last winter. You guys got a lot of rain last winter. I expect because of El Nino, and they're really talking about El Nino this year. So I think it's just going to be worse this year than it was last year. Hopefully not, but this is what we're hearing.
Mhm.
And there's a
Supposedly they are talking about more flooding this year, going into next year and lasting through March is what they're saying. But things could change. But that's what the weather people that are watching the storm are saying.
right. Team Tello also says, "Hey Henry, feel sorry for Rick. Watched him with you from the first videos. You erased a lot of them, didn't you?" I said, "No, no, we did not. If you go into our YouTube channel and just click on oldest videos, you'll see a lot of them with Rick. We have over 500 videos on this channel right now. Over 1.5 million people have watched us on our YouTube channel so far.
To this date.
To this date, over 1.5 million viewers. And so a lot of people tuned in to us and really gravitated towards Rick and myself. So, we were um, happy to uh, teach you guys the industry and get started in the industry and teach a lot of people about this industry. This is why we sometimes I am very passionate about saying the right things and making sure that you guys get the good, the bad, and the ugly. Right? It's going to rain. Right? It's gonna be a wet winter. People don't want to hear that because that's business that's being taken away when I do say prepare yourself for winter, because a lot of people don't clean solar panels when it's raining. Let's just be truthful about it. But a lot of people out there on doing videos, they're not going to tell you that. They're just going to tell you what you want to hear and just the good side, and that's it. And that's not what Susan and myself do. We want to make sure that you're educated, you learn, and you learn this business from every aspect there is. And this is why we had talked about, her going onto a solar farm. I think this was your first actual solar farm that you walked.
No, this
No,
has been my
this
second.
second. Okay.
Mhm. We went on one that was like 5,000 panels in Winchester.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Mhm.
Winchester. So what did you think about the walk, the job walk, and what did you gain from that? Because I know you did some videos on the trackers and stuff like that.
It's kind of cool how the trackers work. It kind of reminds me of like a clock, one of those old-fashioned clocks that
Yeah.
rotate.
Yeah, Susan actually did a nice video with the trackers and explaining the trackers. So a tracking system on solar panels, a lot of solar farms may have that to where it follows the sun. So we'll give you an example. The pitch on a solar panel early in the morning is not going to be flat. It's actually going to have a degree to it, maybe 25, 30 degrees. And as the sun is reflecting on them, and the sun starts to move up like this, your tracker starts to move, your solar panel starts to move very slowly. And as it hits 12 o'clock noon and you have your sun here, well, then you should have your panel pretty much horizontal. And as the sun starts to move the other way, you'll start to see the panel follow it until the sun goes down. And so
Until it's like flat like a table.
flat like a table is going to be more towards your noon time where the sun is straight up. Okay. And then as it starts to go the other way, then your trackers tend to follow. So,
So actually, it's not necessarily on a solar farm. A local high school out
oh,
here
sure.
has a tracker on their carports.
Are you talking about San Dimas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So right off the 57 freeway, there's some old solar panels there that have the tracking system. Uh, and those tracking systems basically do the exact same thing. When they're a lot of the tracking systems, when they're going to go into service, they will go flat, and or you can put them at any pitch that you basically want. So if you want to clean the panels, you can shut those down and then work on those particular panels at a certain angle if you like. That's the nice thing about it, is they're very controllable, and they're good when you are actually working on them, because you can kind of set them at a certain degree, and make your job a little easier. So we were looking at about 10 acres, I believe it was. Could have been more than that on the solar
It's
panels.
about 10,000 panels.
There's 10,000 panels
Mm-hmm.
on there. So, what did you think about that? Water source.
It's a lot more tedious because um, there's no water.
There's no water, so you have to bring water in. And see, one of the things that we really try to focus in on is, budgeting, making sure we have the correct budget for any job, and make sure that we make a profit off of every single job. That's the whole goal, right? Whether they're 10 panels or 10,000 panels, it's all the same. You got to budget yourself. You got to you got to account for your expenses, your hotel room, your water, your permits, everything, your truck to bring the water in, the rentals, paying your employees, all that comes into play in the bid. And then you got the price per panel that you got to price it out for these big projects. And if you price too high, um, then you may not get that work. If you price too low, well, they may take it, but you may not make any money. So this is where experience comes in, guys, to where you have to make sure that
Make it worth your while.
make it worth your while. And this is, you can't really go to somebody and say, well, what do you charge? Or what do you charge? Because every business is different. You know, we'll give you a good example. In and Out Burger has a different expense than Jack in the Box. Okay. Now, they may get, fresh patties and everything coming in, and may cost a lot more than, another company that is using frozen stuff or what have you. So it just depends on your budget of what you are willing to take on, and your expenses and your profits. And if you're able to manage that and profit every single time, or try to profit every single time, then your business will only get better year after year after year. And there's guys out here, and I've said it many times before. Make $10,000 in 2 hours. You know, um, spend, I don't know, $1,000 for a solar panel cleaning business, right? These shock value titles that really are meaningless. They're only there to get you to watch their video, but they don't really actually give you um, true value. And when we say true value, that means that they're giving you an education on the solar panel cleaning business. And this is what we really strive for. This is why we're here, right? We're here, to educate people, and for you guys to sit there and ask the right questions every single week that we're on. If we've done it, We've been there. We worked, rooftops. We've worked carports. We've worked solar farms. We've worked residential. We've worked commercial. We've worked window cleaning. There's a lot of things that we have done that all we're here is to help you, to make sure that you guys don't fail like we did, like I did. You know, I'll be the first to tell you, don't do this or don't do that. And if you guys can learn and learn that way, then more power to you. There's a lot of companies that are starting up that are going to feel the pinch really quick because they are unprepared for the future, for what's about to happen. I don't want to scare anybody, but I do want to tell you reality. Reality is that when it rains, you'll probably get
When
less.
it rains, of course.
You'll probably get less calls of people wanting their solar panels clean. And this is where education comes in. Because people will come in to YouTube and they'll find us and they'll call us and they'll say, "Hey, I saw your video. I saw you guys out here doing bird proofing. I saw you guys out here doing solar panel cleaning. I want you guys to come out and clean my panels." It's happened many, many times before. I was just talking to a repeat customer today, and that repeat customer, he was like, we talked about Rick. Rick and I went out there. We cleaned his whole house. We cleaned all his solar panels, close to 40 something solar panels. And his house was huge. And, the guy has cancer himself. And he looked really, really good. And he was in good spirits considering when you have stage 4.
Stage 4 cancer.
Stage 4 cancer.
But he's getting treatments, and the first treatment was pretty rough.
But this is where we appreciate every single day that we wake up, right? Every single day that we can get up in the morning, put our shoes on, and go to work is going to be a good day. Doesn't matter if your phones are ringing or not. You guys can go out there and market yourself. Go do some door knocking. Go throw some flyers out there. Create business. That's what we do. We don't just sit at home and not do anything. We're hustling. And this is what Rick and I, when we started, you guys knew we were out there hustling, doing our thing. And our business really increased and picked up. And, we're proud of that. We're proud of where we're at today. And so,
I actually got a tour of the lady's house.
Oh yeah. So while I was cleaning solar panels, Susan had an opportunity to take a look inside the house, and lady was showing her. But see, that right there would be, her catering to the customer, right? Talking to the customer, getting one-on-one personal with the customer, and customer invited her in and said, "Hey, come in, let me show you something." And she went in the house, and
the husband was a contractor, so he had done work in the house in a beautiful 6-bedroom, 5-bath house that he did, and he had his workers go out and remodel the whole house inside, and it was amazing, beautiful home.
Right. But this was not only the first time that we actually cleaned his home. This was the third time that we cleaned his home, and we talk about repeat customers, right? He even knew that it was going to rain tomorrow, and it was going to rain the next day, and rain the next day. But I call him the smart customer, because what he said to me was, doesn't matter if it's raining, as long as my panels are clean. Bingo, That's exactly what we've been talking about for many, many years is don't just get your solar panels clean in the summertime when it's scorching hot. You will produce energy even when it's cool. And you will produce energy after it rains. Now, I kind of say this. When it rains, it will take the top layer of the solar panels off, but it will not clean them 100%. It won't. And do yourself a favor. If you have rain and it starts to rain, a week later, after it rains and when it's dry, take a look at your solar panels and you'll know exactly what Susan and myself have been talking about and preaching to you guys, preaching to customers on our YouTube channel. That I don't care what anybody says, rain will not clean your solar panels 100%, nor will it give you 100% productivity. What we compare on our solar panels from day one is when they were brand new. When they were brand new, they were producing at the best ability that they can produce because they're brand new. Now, after time, it starts to degrade. Your production will start to go like this. This is why commercial calls us all the time. They are pulling reports and they are failing their reports. And guess who gets the phone calls? We do. Hey, I need you to come out and give me a bid. We go out, we give them a bid, and before you know it, we are working. And after the job is done, they see the production increase on their solar panels. This is why it is important, not so much just to clean your solar panels. I'm talking to you as a customer. You should have production at the highest level 365 days out of the year. That's what you should have. Most of you don't, because most of you don't even know solar panels need to be cleaned. It isn't until you get your bill from your electric company that you're sticker shock and going, wow, my bill is super high. And that's not until you go out there and you decide to make a change, to do something about it. So you call your solar company and your solar company says, hey, why don't you try cleaning your solar panels and then give us a call back? Isn't that what happens? Isn't that what happens to a lot of you customers out there? Is you don't notice until your bill is way up here. And the whole reason why you get your solar panels is to save money. I mean, that's the whole reason. And I always talk about this. There's companies out here that are cleaning solar panels for dirt cheap. Okay? Don't have the right equipment. Don't use the right equipment. I've seen guys with broomsticks cleaning solar panels. They put sprayers on them and they're cleaning solar panels with a broom that they picked up from Home Depot. Now, as a customer, would you want somebody cleaning your solar panels? Your $40, $50, $60,000 investment with equipment that's not even equipment for the solar panels? By the time that you realize that they scratched your glass, that they pressure washed the top of your panels, and busted the seal, it's too late. I've seen pictures. I've seen actual solar panels come completely apart on the bottom where guys go out there and pressure wash, break the seal, water goes through, and as it rains, that whole panel is not like this. It is sagging because there's water inside. And guess what? That solar panel is destroyed. And by the time that they realize it, it's damaged. The damage is already done. So, those are some of the things that you have to look out for, And when we talk about rain, this is exactly what's going to happen. Anything that is damaged when the rain comes, you as a customer, you're going to know. You're going to know immediately after. And, we're getting 4 days of rain constant. I think it's tomorrow night, going on to Thursday, Friday, and Saturday here in Southern California. It's supposed to rain quite a bit. Northern California, you're going to get hit really, really hard.
They're going to get it first.
They're going to get it hard. Mm-hmm. Central California, you're going to get most of it, brunt of it. And who knows? We don't know where that jet stream is going to go to, where it's going to carry. But there is a lot of meteorologists that are out there talking about this rainstorm coming. And this is just the first one. And it's not even winter yet. So we want to make sure that you guys are prepared and prepare yourselves, whether you're doing gutter cleaning, whether you're doing any other services, always make sure that you're able to keep your company afloat. Okay, that's the whole idea. Is to keep that money coming in, because there's a lot of you guys that are weekend warriors, doing it after work, cleaning solar panels after work, or doing bird proofing, and you're going to find out that as much advertising that you guys think that you can do, those phones are going to slow way down for you. We just had Yelp call us today, wanting to sign up for Yelp. We're not doing it. It's a complete waste of time and money for us. They'll take their money. And when you're in this business, when you're in the solar panel cleaning business, in the solar industry, there's a lot of sharks out there that are willing to take your money.
Oh, speaking of that, we had a client that was sending out a check to pay us for cleaning their carports, and we got a call from supposedly they worked for that company.
They called me.
Yeah.
And they talked to me, and I talked to them, and they said, "Oh, by the way, we need
your MasterCard so that we can send you the money that we owe you."
Right. And we kind of knew that it was a scam. We knew it was a scam to start off with, because we've dealt with with businesses for a long time. Usually net 30. Usually they'll pay a couple of weeks after. Net 60, net 90.
But the client will let you know how they're paying. And so this client said, "No, we're sending out a check."
So this client, after we were done, we submitted all the paperwork to accounts receivable. They got our invoice, and then what they usually do will send out a check or do a direct deposit. You normally would set all that stuff up before you do the job, whether it's direct deposit or what have you. You normally would set all that up and know how you're going to get paid. Well, there's companies out there that are very, very smart and sneaky. And it just so happened that the employee, they used her name. She was brand new to the company, correct?
A week.
She's only been there a week. And her email got hacked. Well, guess what? They called us because they knew we did work for them. oh, by the way, we're just setting it up. And what they did is they sent me an email. And what I did is I sent that email directly to the guy who hired us. He sent it to his people, and they told us this is a scam. This is not us. We don't do it. We don't work like this. Those are some of the things that you have to be really careful when you talk to people and people are trying to take your money. Advertising is big at ripping people off. Let me get you on the first page of Google. Guaranteed 50-mile radius. If somebody is telling you that, they are taking your money because nobody can guarantee your top 3 positions on Google. Nobody. But there's companies out there that will call you and say, I can get you on the top 3 of Google. Oh, you're way down here. You're ranked number 15. But I can get you to the number 1, number 2, or number 3 position in a 50-mile radius. If you hear that, you better run far, far away and hang up that phone as fast as you can. And don't answer their calls because they will call you every single day, especially if you're brand new. If you're brand new, they'll definitely will take advantage of the new companies. We've seen it. Guys, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in there. We're going to recognize a lot of you guys here. I did put a link out for those of you who wanted to donate for Rick's funeral on Thursday. I did it again just in case you guys want to do it. Thank you very much in advance if you do decide to do that. Put your company name on there. We will recognize you guys in future podcasts and future videos. And thank you.
Team Tello.
Team Tello. What does Team Tello say?
How large of a hose do you use for commercial or solar farm? You use 5/8 or half inch. I guess the width of it.
The width of the hose, I believe, and I, you know what, I'm really bad at this. I want to say it's half. No, I don't even know. I don't know what the size of that hose is because we got it from Mark at AM Pressure Washing, and if I said 5/8, I know I'm going to be wrong, and half inch, I know I'm going to be wrong. All I can say is we can use up to 600 feet of hose and still run our C1000 fairly easy. Team Tello, I will get that for you maybe next week or something, and I will ask Mark and find out. But I honestly, I don't think about stuff like that. As long as it works, that's all that matters for me. My guys, they're working. They got jobs next week, and they mess around with this stuff. All they do is they call me and go, "Hey, boss, my stuff's broken, and I got to go out and fix it." That's how it usually works, right? Mm-hmm. Or we got to go out and fix it.
Jerry Foster.
Hey, Jerry. Jerry Foster. I carry the brush with me up ladders, but it feels really awkward. Do you have a better way? Yeah, absolutely. Jerry, always have somebody with you. Susan, same thing. I worked this morning. The guys didn't work this morning. We only had like one job this morning. So we went up there and set up for solar panel cleaning. And then Susan literally handed the C1000 to me while I got up on the roof. And when I was done, I just passed it down to her.
I looked at the pole with the brush straight up.
You what?
Not handed it to you. I lifted the pole with the brush straight up.
Correction, Jerry. She lifted the pole with the brush. She just didn't hand it to me.
Mm.
She used her
Yeah.
her muscles and went and lifted it up to me, and then I
That was on a one story. Now, second story, it's a little different. Second story, do it in pieces.
but she had to throw that in just so you guys know, okay?
Usually, for the second story, you could take the brush up first and then the pole. That way, you don't have so much weight on you.
A lot of times, if you have a C1000 or a Racenstein brush or what have you, or even a water-fed pole, take the brush up first, put it on the roof if you can, and then do everything else. Especially if you're by yourself. I don't know, but there's a lot of people that are working by themselves right now, and I don't suggest it. I suggest you always have somebody with you and watching you at all times. Tara Lynn, what's up there, Tara Lynn Lewis? Hey, you too, with a bunch of hearts
Vegas.
from Las Vegas. Let's throw them hearts right back at you, Tara Lynn.
F1 happening in Vegas.
You know what?
This
I
weekend.
got control of these hearts. Man, I got control of these hearts.
Stay away from the strip. Got the F1 race car this weekend.
You do. A lot of stuff, and it's supposed to rain. So, Tara Lynn says it's not even all about production. People don't know that their panels are browning or webbing without getting them clean. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people don't know the damage is done until after the fact. And so, this is where we come in, right? We do the inspections. We go out there and we make sure that we are checking underneath the panels, on top of the panels, and what have you. So, you're done.
Carolyn says, don't sign up for Yelp.
Carolyn also says, don't sign up for Yelp, and with a real mad face. Yeah, I mean, there's few of you guys on there. I see a lot of you guys on Yelp, and I feel sorry for those guys because hopefully they're getting business. Look, there's two companies I like to stay away from: Yelp and Nextdoor. Nextdoor will give you leads if that person replies to you as a lead but doesn't give you business, goes somewhere else, you get charged. And usually it's in the excess of anywhere from $7 to $13 per lead for this field. So even if you don't get the business, you're still going to get charged. And you try to dispute this lead. I have 13 disputes with Nextdoor when I was with them, and I disputed the fact that they went somewhere else. We didn't get the business, or what have you. And out of the 13 that I disputed, I won 0.
They don't give your money back.
And I spent $180 on leads and won 0. So I terminated our presence on Nextdoor and never went back. Yelp, in the neighborhood of $600 a month to $800 a month for Yelp. And what I always say is, look.
Oh, and Thumbtack too.
You don't buy Christmas gifts in July.
What?
I'm using that.
Some people do.
I'm using. You said it correctly. Some people do. The thing is, you don't go out there and advertise on Yelp and expect a whole lot during the winter time when it's raining. You're hoping with a lead to come in that's going to be real. But a lot of these leads that we get is through our Google My Business. And that's free. That doesn't cost us anything. We don't pay for that. It's just our Google presence that people find us and they'll call us. I have better luck with that or walking to a door and passing them a flyer than getting leads in winter with these companies. And believe me, they'll push it. They'll go out there and give you some free days of some leads. Oh, they may give you $200 in free leads, but that adds up fairly quickly. And then, it's not always a lead is going to cost you $600. Then you got add-ons. Then you got, other stuff that they can charge you for. And they'll go out there and charge you. And before you know it, you could be in the neighborhood of $1,000 a month. Why did you look at me that way?
Tara Lynn says, and I've told him this many times, hang up on those people who say they can get you on the first page of Google. Henry likes to let it drag and hear their sales pitch. And I'm like, hang up because I'm getting tired of hearing them talk.
This is the best way that you could learn from. You don't want to hear it. But the fact of the matter is you can ask them many, many things and hear what they have to say to you. And this is good information for the next person. This is why I listen to what they have to say, because I ask them the tough questions. So you're going to guarantee me the top 3 positions on Google? Well, how is that? Is that through advertising? Is that through pay-per-click? Or is that organic? And I love to hear what they have to say. Oh, we have a special program that we use because we are certified, and we are a certified authorized user or vendor for Google. And we can make it happen. Oh, by the way, we guarantee.
Click.
And when they say we guarantee, it's too late, guys. For those of you who signed up and paid $600, because that's the next pitch, is how much is this going to cost me? Well, it's only going to cost you $499, but I'll waive the setup fee of $299. And then the next month, you'll just have to pay $999. And my next question is, tell you what, you're so confident that you're going to give me business. Why don't you go ahead and give me the first month free? Click. They usually hang up.
Yeah, I don't have patience to listen to the sales pitch.
Oh, but I love it. I love it.
Can't stand them.
Tara Lynn says, okay, let me see. Don't sign up for Yelp. Top G, what's up there, Top G in Northern California? What's going on? Everybody's a solar panel cleaner now, right?
Gutter cleaner, handyman.
You are learning the business, Top G. You got pest control people that are doing bird proofing now for less than $500. You know why? That's an add-on. And they don't put the right stuff in there, because we've been to many, many of them and had to redo their work because they don't know what they're doing. I'm not talking bad about pest control businesses, but you said it yourself. There are many companies popping up now, left and right. Boom, 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 boom. In the solar panel cleaning business. I see more people in Northern California signing up now than there is in Southern California. We have over 90 competitors just in our area alone. And I can imagine Gilroy, Stockton, uh, San Francisco, Fresno, Sacramento, all those areas have called me and have said, hey, I'm getting into the solar panel cleaning business. Okay. Have you checked out your competition? Oh, yeah. No problem. And they're popping up like weeds. And there's guys out here doing it for cheap because they're telling me, oh, I want to charge $70 to clean solar panels. I'm in Northern California and nobody's here. And then I go, okay, what's the city? And they tell me the city. Oh, you're in the garlic capital of the world. Oh, okay. Gilroy. Okay. Well, you do got competition up there because I know a few people up there. I got a whole list of people on my phone. And sure enough, they're popping up like weeds. Exactly what, like you say, everybody's a solar panel cleaner now. Gutter cleaners, handyman, window cleaners, etc. Yeah. Because they know that there is a need now and it's fast money for a lot of these guys. They don't treat this as a business. This is why we're still doing commercial, guys. This is why we're still out here doing 10,000 solar panels, 5,000 solar panels on shopping centers. Because we know these guys that charge that much money or that less of money usually don't have the insurance, can't go out there and get these big corporations because they don't qualify for that. Big corporations are very, very smart. They're going to ask you for workman's comp. They're going to ask you for insurance, $2 million, $3 million, $5 million insurance policy. That's just for general liability. Oh, let's talk about insurance for your vehicle, $1 million minimum. If you want to work for a big corporation like Target or Costco or FedEx or UPS, Fortune 500 companies. But there's a lot of guys out there. A lot of guys out here doing this. You're absolutely right.
Top G says, don't use Thumbtack either. Rip off. Feel like canceling my account. Charging for fake leads.
I would have canceled a long time ago, Top G.
You had Thumbtack before, right?
I hate Thumbtack. Thumbtack is... These are lead generation companies. That's all they are. They're there for you to pay for leads that are... I'm not even going to say fake. I'm going to let you guys figure that out. I'm going to let you guys figure out when you pay your bill every single month, whether they're real or fake. I'm not even going to go there. These are lead generation companies, and they thrive on new companies coming in. They get a list of all the new companies, and they target them. And before you know it, oh, hi, is Mr. So-and-so, is Mr. Henry in, or is Miss Susan in? Hi, this is so-and-so from blah, 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 and we can guarantee you leads. We've got solar panel companies that are calling us for lead generation. And guess what? You're looking at $100 to $200 a lead, even more, for solar companies to get solar leads. You can spend $4,000, $5,000 a month fairly easy on just getting leads, and you don't even know if they're legit or not. So be careful of who you're dealing with. You know, so go ahead, read the next one.
That one.
Read it.
Right here.
People use Tara Lynn says people using cheap guard, not cleaning under the panels, not cutting dips for Spanish tile, using 4-inch mesh instead of 8-inch mesh. It happens all the time, Tara Lynn. Hell, they use the wrong material where the pigeon will just walk right through, and the mesh will go bloop like a door, like a swinging door, bloop. Because the other one, bloop, bloop. Pigeons love it.
Mhm.
They can stand right there and nobody's going to get through because they're blocking it. I'm just being stupid about it, but it's true. There's people that use the wrong size mesh,
Or they use chicken wire.
or use chicken wire, or they use cheap crap out there, and customers don't know the difference. They don't know until after they have been burned many, many times. I cannot tell you how many customers have paid thousands of dollars and have called us and said, I still hear pigeons underneath. And when we go up there and we tell them, well, this is the reason why, and we show them the pictures and we show them the nest and we show them all the bird feces underneath because somebody didn't go out there and do it right. And we basically say, hey, the last company ripped you off. Sorry. But you went with the cheaper company. You went with that guy that charged $400 for bird proofing because it sounded really good to you. And then months later, those pigeons were making so much noise that they couldn't stand it anymore. So they're calling other companies like ours and going, I need to get these pigeons out. And they're willing to pay whatever it takes. I had a guy that we checked out his 2-story condo. There was dead pigeons underneath the panels. There was so much bird feces, eggs,
3-story
nests. It was a 3-story home, and we charged them $3,500 to go clean that up. And then another one, we were going to charge almost the same type of money. And he talked to his wife, and guess what? She talked him out of it. So he called and said, no, I got a much better deal, just a little over $1,000. And we knew that wasn't $1,000 job. We knew that there was so much stuff there that you can literally get 3 big trash bins and fill it up with bird feces. That's how much stuff was underneath the panels. When you have dead birds underneath the panels, that's not good. Disease, everything else. Birds, they poop, they urinate, they destroy wiring, they destroy your panels. And you want to go cheap because this guy offered you $700 less. If I always tell customers, please get 3 estimates. And if one guy's estimate is way below the other 2 guys, this guy is not going to do good work. But most people will go with this guy, the cheap guy, because they don't want to pay that money. But yet they'll pay for a $40,000, $50,000 investment. No problem. They'll pay for that all day long. But they don't want to protect their investment with good quality stuff. And this is why these companies come in, because they know that. They're not carrying insurance. They're not using the right equipment. They're not using the right material. And they're going out there and saying, this guy charges $600, and we quoted them double that. So when we quoted them that, it's easy decision for a customer to sit there and go, oh no, this guy's going to do it for $600. So they go up there, they clean the panels. Panels look beautiful, but they put the wrong crap in, or they didn't go out there and they didn't clean underneath the panels like they were supposed to. They just, because a customer doesn't know. A customer won't know if a nest is underneath there unless they literally go up there and look themselves. And this is where the problem lies, is because some of these companies will rip them off in a heartbeat to get that fast cash, that lunch money, that gas money, and they'll go out there and they're gone. And you sit there and go, oh, I wonder if this guy can come back 6 months down the road and clean my solar panels. And you find out this guy is nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. You know why? Because he took your money and he left you high and dry. I've seen this over and over and over again. If a solar panel cleaner is asking for money up front, you better run. Run far, far away, especially for solar panel cleaning. If a solar panel cleaner is sitting there and going, okay, I need money for material. Okay, put it in writing. Because we do that. We'll take a deposit, but we use House Call Pro. We use everything that's legit. We give them the receipt. We go, here you go. This is it. And they're comfortable with that. And at the end of the cleaning, we're collecting the rest. But we're showing up. But if you guys got guys out there that are saying, we charge $1,000, but I need $500 up front. And if you hear something like that, you better be very suspicious, because material is not going to cost you that much money unless it's a huge, huge, huge house.
David 24/7.
Well, no. Somebody else says, Top G says, I think the industry is hurting because of it. Don't worry about the industry, Top G. The industry will level out. I would not be surprised if solar panel cleaning is going to be more scrutinized, more things that you're going to have to do, more licenses. I see that because of everything that's been happening. I see that this industry is going to be standardized. Solar panel cleaning. I really do. I didn't think that way before, but when I had over almost 100 people that come into our business just in our area, they have to. Because if not, then it's going to be a free for all. And a lot of these big companies that, pride themselves on their work and everything else is meaningless. Things aren't going to happen unless somebody complains and complains really hard, or somebody gets hurt. Maybe OSHA gets involved. Maybe from a death or something of somebody who fell off a roof, or, fell through a roof, or what have you. I think this industry will be standardized in the next few years, if that. Now, is that a bad thing or is that a good thing? I think it's a superb thing. I think it's a really good thing, because it will weed out a lot of these people who aren't insured, who aren't out there doing their thing. And by the way, insurance companies, they don't exist anymore over here for commercial. You got one company that covers all of California. One company. that does commercial. Try going to AAA. Try going to State Farm. Try going to all these other big companies. They don't do commercial insurance.
They're moving out of California.
They're moving out of California for commercial. So if you want to get into commercial, get the right company. Okay.
David 24/7 says, I guess I was told a guy comes out for $25 and cleans.
Yeah, I mean, it happens all the time. It's nothing that's shocking anymore. David 24/7 doesn't shock us that a guy's coming out for $25. There's a guy advertising in a truck. Put it on his truck, $2 per panel. $2 per panel to clean solar panels. And I've talked about this many, many times before on other videos, where I'll hire that guy if I can find him. I'll put his ass to work on 2,500 panels and say, go ahead and do this for $2 per panel all day long and make money off of him. Because I'll take advantage of those people. If I'm charging 3 or 4 times more money and I get somebody who's willing to pay me that money, I'll hire that guy and say, make sure you do it and do it right. I want before pictures. I want after pictures. And by the way, if you don't do it right, you go back out and do it again. Agreed? And I will put him under my insurance. Get it done. I'll work that guy to death. If you're going to have your prices that low. You're right. There's a lot of guys out here that are doing it for dirt cheap. What else?
Carolyn says the first bird proofing job I underbidded so low. That was the best lesson as a business owner because we worked our butt off for that little money.
And I bet you never did it again, Carolyn. I bet you. Because you know the value of $1, right? You know how much your time is worth. You are a legitimate company that has insurance, has employees, and you got to pay these people. And guess what? You're going to have to pay for workman's comp. You're going to have to pay for insurance, time off, all the other good stuff that people don't even think about. But there's a lot of companies out here that are not insured and are willing to go out there and clean, but wow. IMFAO.
LMFAO.
What is it? LM. Sorry, guys. Laughing my for reals. But them to work regarding $2 a panel, guys. Yeah. I mean, hey, they're out there. They're out there. Man, I would never, I just do something else. Right? Yeah. So, hey, thank you guys for the thumb. Feel free to smash that thumbs up, guys. We would really appreciate that. That helps us out with that. Do you have anything that you want to say to these guys, or you good? We're going on an hour already. I didn't realize.
Just be prepared for the rain that's coming. Make sure, if you're out there driving around, be safe.
Yes, absolutely. Be safe.
Because when it rains, people tend to not know how to drive.
Right. And if you're getting, especially up on the roof, I mean, if you're up on the roof, be really, really careful, whether you're doing bird proofing or solar panel cleaning, or especially gutter cleaning. Just be really careful up there, guys. You want to go home to your family at the end of the day. That's the whole thing. At the end of the day, you want to make sure you get the job done, get it done right, and go home at the end of the day, and it's all good. Nothing else really matters at that point. Dollars, anything else, doesn't matter.
If you can, wait till after it rains.
if you can. I mean, it's always good to reschedule. We got a big corporation we rescheduled after the rain. So, we're not going to do. They want all their stuff done, and we're like, we're not going to do it in the rain. We're going to do it after it rains. Romeo says, and we're going to leave that with that. Romeo Barillo says, this was awesome for my 1.5 hours commute back home. Almost home, another 15 minutes. Can you stop by In-N-Out, Romeo? Pick me up a double-double. What do you want? You want a double-double?
Sure.
Make that 2 double-doubles.
We'll be there to pick it up.
We'll be there to pick it up. Since you've been traveling an hour and a half.
Yeah, I feel sorry for you with the rain. Your commute's going to be interesting.
There's a lot of stuff going on, guys.
Especially in LA.
Yeah.
With the fire, the 10 freeway's been closed.
Bridge burning down, homeless making big bonfires out there. Yeah. A lot of stuff happening. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in. You guys don't have to listen to us. We really appreciate it, but we do love it when you guys do come in. Thank you guys for coming in and watching our videos. We will see you next Tuesday. We are here every Tuesday, just about answer your questions. You will be seeing a lot of more videos with Susan smashing those out there. She just put some out there, some trackers, the solar farm, and a few other ones. And we appreciate every single one of you. Jennifer, hi Jennifer. We haven't seen you in a long time. Hopefully everything is going good with your business. Thank you. Have a good night. We appreciate everybody. Tara Lynn, Top G, you guys, Jerry, everybody out there, Romeo. Thank you guys. We appreciate every one of you guys. And once again, don't forget to smash that like button. That helps us out. And we're going to go get something to eat. Maybe some In-N-Out burgers. All right, guys. Catch you on the next stream. We will see you guys. Thank you. Peace, love, and happiness. We'll see you guys on the next video. See you guys. Peace.